Hi there to all your truth-seeking beloved people watching this program. My name is Ibulama or Nikita, as most people know me. To learn Bible knowledge and wisdom that most people have forgotten is a privilege. Thanks for watching this program. With me is Altizator, or Ernst Jordan, as most people know him by now. Ernst is the CEO of Barami's Tower of Light here on Earth. You can read more about Ernst and the 82 books he has written on deity science, psychic and spiritual development, and many more. Do not miss out on the previous series we compiled. All these programs are on our website in the YouTube section on the main page to watch.
Thank you, Nikita, for presenting this beautiful program with me. And hi to all our truth seeker friends watching this program. All thanks to the Most High and the guides he appointed over me to help me compile this series. For the best part of 50 years, I've been a deity science researcher. Nikita, like me, she knows theology, but she prefers to research true deity science. Within 2 years, she and her spouse passed grade level 11, Barami's true deity science cum laude, and she mastered the cosmic science militia cum laude after successfully tapping in upon dimension 190 Lightside. Nikita, I'm very proud to have you next to me.
It is only a pleasure working alongside you, Ernst, in the service of the Most High and all of our guides here.
Thank you.
If you find this program interesting, you are welcome to subscribe to be notified of forthcoming programs. If you know people who will find these programs interesting and or helpful, please feel welcome to share these programs with them. These programs contain info you have never heard of before. This is not a Christian series, but a Barami's Tower of Light series, focusing on the oldest deity wisdom possible. 1 Corinthians 13 in the New Testament of the Christian Bible is known to most Christians as one of their favorite Bible passages. In South Africa, where we reside, the Bible in Afrikaans, translated from the 17th century King James Bible's heading of 1 Corinthians 13, freehand translated, reads as follows: The excellence of the love. In Afrikaans, die uitnemendheid van die liefde. Take note, not any form of love, but the love. A special love that Christian church want to hide from its followers. The love is the correct translation and not charity.
Yeah, the Christian church is being ruled by Satan's son Lucifer. We proved this fact multiple times in previous program series with video clips of when and how the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church and his cardinals, as head of all Christian churches on earth, admit that Lucifer is the God of all Christianity on earth since the beginning of Christianity on earth. There is no doubt about that and nothing more to prove, as it has been admitted and proved multiple times. If you take notice of the escalating crime and horrors taking place in Christian countries all around the world, it is scary to see where Christianity has led her followers. In the 17th century King James Bible, the Christian church compiled the heading of 1 Corinthians 13 to read as follows: Paul extols the high status of charity. Charity, a pure love, excels and exceeds almost all these. Now, who was this so-called Saint Paul that Christians followed his contradictions against the verdicts of the Most High of all gods to Ratre Yahweh Goria? Paul was a student of Gamaliel, whose seedlines was cursed by the Most High to Ratre Yahweh Goria, 23 times in the Christian Bible. Can you believe it? Paul declared himself an apostle of Jesus, which he was not. See Matthew chapter 10, where the names of the 12 apostles of Jesus are given. The name Paul's epistles in the same King James Bible of the 17th century contains 253 contradictions against the verdicts of the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria. Why? Because Paul was a Pharisee, to whom Jesus or Jeshua Redopa said in John 8 verse 44, Pharisees had the devil as their father, and therefore could not go where Jesus went after his soul transfer. Paul was from a satanic seed line.
Paul was not an Israelite but a Jew. Arthur Koestler portrayed the Jews of that time preaching in synagogue as the 13th tribe of Israel, the children of Esau Edom, a foul devil from Seir, who never did slavery in Egypt like the 12 tribes of Israel, but got scattered among the Khazari and Mongolians of that time. The Jews, not the 12 tribes of Israel, are the true enemies of the Lightside Kingdom representatives on earth. There are about 5% real Jews left in the land of Israel. The rest of the population consists of real Israelites. They are easily identifiable due to the biblical description of them.
In the original sense, 1 Corinthians chapter 13 describes a specific love, neither the love of food nor the love of people or anything else. The next facts are important to remember. The chapter does not speak of love that is not jealous or love that does not brag. It speaks of a specific love, much bigger than ordinary love. 1 Corinthians 13 was falsified during the compiling of the 17th century King James Bible and ends with the falsified words, and now abide faith, hope, charity, these three. But the greatest of these three is charity. This is wrong and it's falsified. It should have read, and now abide faith, hope, and love, these three. But the greater of these three is the love. This special kind of love refers to a bond between the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria and his chosen ones, the real 12 tribes of Israel, as the white Westerners, as Europeans, the seed lines of Jacob, not Esau. This bond is like a navel string between an unborn baby and its pregnant mother. The bond refers to a message from the Most High to his chosen ones, as written in the Old Testament in Jeremiah 31 from verse 31. Nikita, will you please read the necessary verses?
Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, say the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they will teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, say the Lord.
These laws are known to us as the cosmic or the universal laws, and are written with the finger of the Most High in each of us as His people's DNA and genes, not in the DNA or the genes of the body of flesh, but in the soul body's genes and DNA, consisting of programmed energy and knowledge. That is why we know when something presented to us as the Word of God or the will of God is true or false. Most of us as His children do not always know why something presented to us is wrong. We just know it to be wrong. It is these cosmic laws as that are programmed in us that let us feel if something presented is wrong or right. We measure what is presented to us against the descriptive contents of the cosmic laws.
Unfortunately, the white Christians in South Africa rejected the Old Testament in their Bibles with contempt, except for a few verses they can use to beg money from their congregation members or to point fingers at non-Christians.
Welfare. Welfare is a designation that indicates the quality of life of some or something or someone. Welfare is compulsory by the cosmic laws, while charity is voluntary. If the welfare of something that you as man, the crown of creation, have been appointed to oversee, for example, plants, animals, nature, dying species, etc., is in danger, then help as you have been instructed to do since the beginning of mankind. Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Do something to improve the conditions and welfare of that living thing. If the welfare of anything deteriorates because of earlier human intervention, it is humanity's task to restore this decline in welfare.
Just do not see welfare as the institution to help people who are in need. This is not what defines the cosmic law of welfare. Everyone for himself, so that only the strongest may survive. If you remember correctly, it is part of the cosmic laws of the highest Ratere Yahweh Goria that there must be a physical borders between nations. Borders are to divide different nations so that each nation can be governed by its kind. Remember that only the strongest nations, races and sub-races must survive. The wheat must be shoveled out and burned, not fattened. This counts for all life forms on earth.
Israel's 12 tribes are white and must stay white. If you are still confused about who the real Israel 12 tribes are, they are the white Europeans scattered over the earth, not the Khazars and the Mongolian Jews from the east or Edom seed lines, known as the 13th tribe of Israel. If you do welfare or charity, do it among your own nation, your own kind. Do not feed and fatten the weeds. The strongest must survive, not the weeds. If you are a white Dutchman, for instance, do your charity among your white Dutchmen, and not to red, yellow, grey, brown or black nations, and or races and sub-races that are not of your physical white nation. They need to care about their own survival. The same accounts for red-skinned people, yellow-skinned people, everybody. They should look after themselves. Each nation is supposed to pay 10% tax according to the cosmic laws. That is in total per year, and not tax on tax on tax on tax like in some countries.
Each nationality is supposed to finance its charity among their kind, and not stand backhands and beg for charity from other skin-colored people and nations. One of the reasons the New World Order governs its members' countries via these countries' governments is so that first world countries can provide food and survival to the weeds among all countries' nationalities.
The cosmic laws provide that Israel is the 12 tribes, the seed lines of the sons of Jacob. They should provide for themselves. They must do charity among their kind, not among alien races, sub-races, or satanic seed-line nations who cannot think or plan or organize like first world nations. It took me the best part of 40 years to realize that there are only two main people on earth. They are the dark side kingdoms of Satan representatives and the true light side representatives of the Most Orata Yahweh Goria. There is a grey side as well, composed of non-psychics and non-spiritual developed rational thinkers who cannot see and experience in other vibration dimensions that we can see and experience.
It does not matter who you are or what nationality you represent. You are either a dark side representation or a true light side representation. The one or the other, it is as easy as that. If you are a true light side representation, you live according to the cosmic laws of the Most High Taratara Yahweh Goria and his code of conduct, never at the steering wheel of your life on earth. Or you live by the laws of Satan, always at the steering wheel of your life on earth, dancing like a puppet on a string to Satan's laws. You can worship a true light side creator Evkanam or a true dark side creator Evkanam. The laws you prefer to live by will display which side you represent, the satanic dark side or the true light side kingdoms. The code of conduct you live in will display your true representation.
The cosmic laws of the Most High declare that if you are born from two white people, for instance, your neighbor is the white people of the white nation you represent and not of the yellow or red skin nations, and the very least of sub-races or satanic demonic races in human-like bodies. If you reside among other skin-colored nations in a metropolitan country, your downfall is at the highest risk and guaranteed, as people will soon realize when the Third World War is in full operation and when the civil war in South Africa breaks loose. If you as a white nation prefer to mingle and live among satanic seed-line nations, or you prefer to live among demonic races in a human-like bodies, you despise the cosmic laws of the Most High Taratara Yahweh Goria, and he will destroy you and your seed line in time. If the country in which you live is not a member of the New World Order, it will be your country's government's responsibility to do charity among your own people, not to the other nations abiding in your country. The other nations' people are not, according to the cosmic laws, allowed to reside among your nation.
If your country is a member of the satanic-ruled New World Order, by being a member of the United Nations, it is the New World Order's duty and responsibility to pay for the charities needed in your country, because your country pays money to the New World Order in the form of, among others, membership fees. By mind controlling the majority in your country, the New World Order wants you to believe that you need to pay for charity in your own country.
They do not want you as a member country to implement different charity systems in your country alone. They expect the member countries to help each other when it comes to charity. If the bottomless well of hunger strikes Middle Africa due to their lowest IQs and inability to live like first world humans because they cannot plow, plant, reap and store like Eastern and Western countries' humanities, the New World Order expects its member countries to keep these weeds alive. The more recent the Bible translation, the more accent is being placed on charity that needs to be done to strangers of your kind.
The New World Order expects the high IQ nations to keep the weakest sub-races alive, not the strongest. The New World Order does not see light side or dark side people or sub-races. They ignore the true light side deities, the true light side deities' cosmic laws, and the true light side deities' code of conduct. To them, evil does not exist, and because of their spiritual blindness, they accept Satan's laws as their laws for all their member countries' peoples to follow strictly or suffer the consequences.
The next time you read 1 Corinthians 13, think of how evil the church's daughters as her offspring worldwide and the New World Order is when it comes to hiding the truth about real light side deities, the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria, the cosmic laws and the light side deities' code of conduct. Decide if you are part of them or not. You have a choice. Think of the true meaning of the love that is much greater than to believe or to hope or to love. Ask yourself if you experience the love inside you, and if so, get back on the good road leading to true light side kingdoms.
In the next program, we discuss who was the greatest, Jesus, the Messiah, or John the Baptist, and what Jesus promised: peace on earth or destruction, wrath, and bloodshedding. If you know someone outside your household who would like to know what you just learned, please share this and other programs with them. If you want to be in the loop for more of our programs, you are welcome to subscribe to this program. Until next time, love and light, and keep to the truth and nothing but the truth.
Bye.